price, and as the auctioneer I can indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids, prohibits any major disruptions by bidders, and prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding, and it does provide fines for this conduct. The rules do permit vendor bids, and the words we'll use during the auction to indicate we're making a bid on behalf of the vendor will very simply be vendor bid. And of course, by law, only I as the auctioneer today have the right to place that bid on behalf of the vendor. Attached to the contract of sale is the section 32. This has been on display for the last half an hour or so. We have also sent it out to a handful of you over the last few weeks, and if you have taken the time to read through it, you'll see it's a very straightforward document. No surprises with this one, ladies and gentlemen. It confirms that Ray White is the vendor's estate agent, is selling what is formally described as Lot 1 on title plan 699574H, which is of course more commonly known to yourself and I once more as number 10 Leila Road here in Carnegie. In a moment's time, when I do call for your bidding, we'll be asking for a deposit equal to 10% of the purchase price. We have had one or two variations on deposit and settlement here today. If that's you, you're welcome to bid. You know who you are. We've had those discussions. Preferential settlement terms, 30, 60, up to 90 days time. And again, there has been one or two slight variations on those settlement terms. If that is you, you do have permission to bid. If there's anybody who's unsure about the terms that they're allowed to bid on, Jin is the man to quietly go and speak to right now, and he'll be able to assist out with that. The way that we'll be selling the property today is by calling it down 3 times on the first, second, third and final call. When the contract hits my hand, like so, the property will be sold, and at that point, buyers, no late bids can or will be accepted. So it's really, really important to make sure you get your bids in nice and early. Don't wait for the third and final call to get in there. Be confident, get your bids in there, and when that contract hits my hand and I've declared the property on the market, we are sold. Now, if we happen to fall short of the vendor's reserve price here today, let me just remind you, it's the highest bidder and the highest bidder only that gets invited inside to exclusively negotiate to buy this property. And we know statistically when that happens, that person automatically stands about an 80% chance or more of buying that property. If all you do today is put your hand in the air and have the highest bid, instantly your chances of buying this property go up to about 80%. So a really good reason to be spirited bidding here today. Please don't sit back and wait and see what happens. Don't let it pass in. Don't let it somebody else try and go in there and negotiate and do all the hard work and then for you to come and try and buy it afterwards, because statistically it's not a very good strategy to adopt at auction. So ladies and gentlemen, they're the formalities out of the way. If you have looked through the contract and looked at the title, one of the things you'll notice is that there's no easements, nice clean block. I know when we commenced the campaign there was an absolutely ginormous tree on the boundary, but it seems somewhat fortuitous that for any reason the real estate gods have decided that the neighbours should so timely decide to remove that tree on the boundary of our property, which means that now we have a perfect clean slate. No big trees to worry about, no easements, no heritage overlays, no character overlays. A beautiful north-facing neighbourhood residentially zoned block in the heart of Carnegie is what we're left with here today, ladies and gentlemen, and a great opportunity for one lucky buyer. The house itself, as I mentioned before, built in 1922, 100 years old. If I look half this good when I'm 100 and I've got half as many people as this wanting to come and visit me, I'll feel like I've lived a very rich life. But ladies and gentlemen, still plenty of life in that facade there. Obviously, as you're going through the property, it's going to need a little bit more work on the inside, but what we're buying here is the potential. We know that a fully renovated period home with that beautiful bungalow facade, even in this location, is going to nudge $3 million in this market. Make no doubt about that, ladies and gentlemen. If you spend the money on the property with the way it's costing to build things and construct things at the moment, people are putting an unreal amount of value on finished products. If you can get in here and do a good renovation, you're going to build something which is going to be worth a pretty penny in this suburb. Make no doubt about that. Location-wise, we're conveniently located close to Ormond Station, Glen Huntly Station, Carnegie Station. You can jump on the tram and get down to Elstonwick if you want the Sandringham line. You've got a range of different options from shopping. You've got Centre Road Bentley. You've got, as I mentioned before, Glen Huntly with your Safeway and everything that you could need down there. You've got the park at the end of Oakley Road. You've got the park on the other side of Leila Road. You've got Left Field Cafe, a cafe that's absolutely renowned within the southeast of Melbourne as one of the best in this area. And that's just walking distance from where we stand here today. Moments away from Glen Huntly Primary School, moments away from Ormond Community Kindergarten, moments away from Kilvington College, just around the corner. Everything you could want and more from a family location is available when you're buying at number 10 Leila Road in Carnegie, ladies and gentlemen. Make no doubt about that. Understand that in any market we're in, properties like this are always going to be in high demand. There's never going to be a good time to try and trick the market and buy a property like this cheap. You need to dig deep. When you get to the pointy end of the auction, understand that even if interest rates go up, it's not going to suck the life out of the market. It might stop 10 or 15% growth per annum, but properties like this are always going to be incredibly popular and incredibly hard to buy. You need to dig deep when we get to the pointy end of the auction here today, ladies and gentlemen. There's not enough like this to come up with that north-facing aspect. So with that, I'm going to put it across to you now. Number 10, Leila Road in Carnegie. In your hands, ladies and gentlemen. Who'd like to bid us away here today? 1.3, welcome to the bidding, sir. At 1,300,000, the bid will go in at 25 from there. At $1.3 million, fairly bid and offered. 3.25, can we say, buyers? At 1.3 million, the bid. 325 if you'd like to go now. At $1.3 million, fairly bid and offered, buyers. 25 in the rise if you'd like to go. At 1.3 million, the bid now. First call now at 1.3 million. Do we see 25? Second call now, 1.3 million, the bid. Third and final call. At $1.3 million the bid. Surely not, buyers. $1.3 million, exceptional buying. Original Cal Bungalow in the heart of Carnegie. 1.3 million on bid, calling for a rise of 25. At 1.3 million the bid now, do we say 3.25 buyers at 1,300,000 I've got. At 1,300,000 the bid, call it down 3 times for you buyers. 3.25 can we say. First call now at 1.3. Second call, 1.3 million the bid. Third and final call, at 1.3 million the bid. Don't let the opportunity pass you by, ladies and gentlemen. Make no doubt about it. If this gentleman comes inside, there's over an 80% chance his property will sell today. We're not on the market at the moment, but dealing with the highest bidder. Do you really want to sit back and take that chance? 1.3 million the bid. Exceptional buying opportunity here today. $1.3 million, calling for a rise of 25. Last chance for you all now, buyers, at 1.3 million on bid. First time now at 1.3. Second time, 1.3. Third and final call. All done, all silent, all finished. At 1.3 million at bid. Well, folks, please give me a quick moment. We'll quickly have a chat with our vendor.
Weeks ago. Why are you getting that way? These guys at least have WhatsApp.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your patience. Not a great deal to report to the vendor at the moment. Still holding the highest bid here at 1.3 million, but the instructions are clear. I will not be placing a vendor bid in excess of this level. So what that means, if there's no further bid or advance, the property will pass into the highest bidder. And as I said before, in excess of 80% chance that this gentleman will buy the property in the next 20 minutes if nobody else bids. If you want to buy the property, you need to bid now, ladies and gentlemen. At 1.3 million, we're going to put it back across to you now. I'm calling for a rise of 25. Don't sit back and wait and see what happens. Now's the time to spend. At 1.3 million now, the bid will call for 25. Buyers, 3.25 can we say. At $1.3 million, fairly bid and offered, ladies and gentlemen. Last opportunity for you all at 1.3 the bid. First time now at 1.3. Second time, 1.3 the bid. Third and final call. At $1.3 million. Out of respect to the highest bid,
25, Tom.
25. 325 there's the bid. At 325, 350, sir. 50 the bid now. At 350 I've got 75, can we say? At 350 I've got it. 1,350,000 the bid now. Call for that 25. Take it to 75 there, Jim. At 1,350,000 the bid across the road. At 1.35 million, fairly bid and offered. Let's go for 25. At 1,350,000 the bid. $1,350,000, fairly bid and offered. Competition from the two at the moment. 1.35 the bid. Do we say 75, Jim? At 1,350,000. Happy to take a 10. What's going to keep you in it? At 1,350,000, 10,000 do we say? 1.35 the bid now. 360. Same opportunity to the rest of you buyers. At 1.35 million the bid. First call now at 1,350,000. Second call, 350 the bid. Third and final call. Hold done, hold silent, hold finished, at 1.35 million. 60 if you'd like to go, buyers. Need the instructions there, Jin, at 350 the bid now. Won't be going inside again, ladies and gentlemen. Make no doubt about that. No further bid or advance. Property passes into the highest bidder at 1,350,000 the bid. Rain?
10.
60, 70, sir? Not at this stage. Dealing exclusively with the highest bidder. 60 over here, can I say 70? Thank you. 70 the bid, 80. I'd go 1.4, Jin. That's going to be the smart money. 70 is the bid and it's against your buyers now, Jin. At 1,370,000 the bid. 1.37 I've got. Do we say 380? At 1,370,000 on my left here. At 1.37 million the bid. 380 if you'd like to go.
10 more, Tom.
80 the bid, 90. Take a 10, 90. We'll hold it for a moment. 380 the bid here. Do we say 90? I reckon 1.4 might be the smart money though. 1,380,000 on the right here. Calling for a rise of 10 buys at 380 the bid now. Let's go to 390. 1,380,000. I'm barely bidding off it on the right here. Competition from the two of you. Call for a rise of 10 at 1,380,000 the bid. With Jin's bidder on the right at the moment. At 1.38 the bid. Let's go to 390. First time now, 380 the bid. Second time. 380 the bid. Third and final call. At 1.38 the bid.
$5,000.
385. Let's take it. At 1,385,000, 390 do we say now, Jin? Same opportunity to 385 the bid. Do we go 390? At 1,385,000. 90. 1.4 can we say? 1.4. Thank you very much, sir. At 1,400,000 the bid on my left here. At 1.4 million the bid now, fairly bid and offered. What's it going to be, Jin? Do we say a 10? 1,400,000 I've got. At 1.4 million the bid now. Call it down 3 times. At 1.4 the bid. First time now at 1.4 with our starter on the left over here. Second time, 1.4. Third and final call. At $1.4 million. All done, all silent, all finished. At 1.4 the bid. Are we definitely out today? A 5 can we say? 405. It's 1,400,000 the bid. It's against you. 405 if you'd like to go. Happy to roll in 5s. What's going to keep you in it? At 1.4 million the bid. On my left here, 1.4 million. Just seeking the instructions here. Yes, we are. At 1.4 million on the market and selling. At $1.4 million to bid. Do we say 405 now? 1,405,000. I've got 10. 10's the bid there. 1,410,000. I won't be going inside today, buyers. At 1,410,000 on the market and selling. If you want to bid, you need to bid now, ladies and gentlemen. At 1,410,000 the bid. At 1.41 the bid now. Do we say 20? What's going to be the strong bid over there? At 1,410,000. Bids on my left here at the moment, looking for the reply on the right. At 1,410,000 I've got on the market and selling, and it's against your buyers there, Jim. At 1.41 the bid. Call it down 3 more times, buyers. First call now at 1,415,000. 20. What about 450? That might scare him. Let's give it a whirl. 415 over here. 20. 20. No worries. It was worth a try anyway. At 420 the bid now. What about your side, Jim? Do we want to do the knockout bid? At 1,420,000 and it's against you now. $1,420,000 I've got on my left. At 1.42 the bid. Where to from here? 430 perhaps. Rise at 10 at 420 I've got on the left here. Competition from just the two at the moment at 1,420,000 the bid. Fairly bid and offered on the market and selling. At 1.42 the bid now. First time at 1,420,000. Second time, 1.42 the bid. Third and final call. At 1.42 the bid. Hold done. Hold silent. Hold finished. 142. It's against our buyers over here. On the market and selling.
We should take 1,000.
Let's go for 5. Try 5. 1,420,000. Let's go 5. At 1,420,000 I've got.
1.43, 10,000.
4.3, I love that, thank you. 1,430,000. Do you want to try the same, sir? 40? 430 I've got, shaking the head. 35 then. Go back in 5s. Don't miss it, sir. 1,430,000. Could have been the bid that did it for him. At 1,430,000 on the right there. At 1.43 million the bid now. Call it down 3 times. 1,430,000 on the market and selling. At 1.43, I'm barely bid and offered. Competition for the two of you here today. First time now at 1,430,000. Second time, 1,430,000. Third and final call. Hold done. Hold silent. At 1.43 the bid. Over here at the moment. What's it going to be? Do we want to try 10 or a 5? 1,430,000 the bid's over here behind Jim at the moment. At 430 the bid on my right. Out of respect to the highest bidders, last opportunity for you all. Obviously not going inside, we're going to sell. Think about the upside. I know recently there was a property on Leila Road with a finished house that sold for $3 million. 1.43, it's a bargain at this price. What about a 2.5, sir? Can we keep you in it? Definitely happy to let it go. Thank you very much for your attendance. At 1,430,000 the bid. Looks like we might have found the highest bidders here today, ladies and gentlemen. At 1,430,000 the bid. First time now at 1.43. Last chance for you all buyers. Second call now. $1,430,000 a bid for the third and final call. Hold done. Hold silent. At 1.43 the bid. We'll need the instructions there. At 1,430,000 I've got. Last chance for you now. Happy to take a 2.5 if it keeps you in it at 1,430,000 the bid. Same opportunity for the rest of you buyers. It looks like they're out though. At 1,430,000 the bid now. Last chance on the third and final call. The property will sell, folks, at 1,430,000 on my right. At 1.43 the bid now. First call at 1,430,000. Second call, 1,430,000 the bid. Third and final call. Hold done. Hold silent. Hold finished. 1,000? 500? We're out. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, join me in congratulating the highest bidder at 1,430,000. First, second, third and final call. 1,431. Leaving it to the nick of time. I said don't leave it till the third and final call. 1,431 the bid. What about 5 over here at 1,431? You thought their heart's racing. You've got me going, sir, at 1,431 the bid. 4,000 to 5. So 35 the bid now, Jim. 35. 1,435 the bid. 40. 35's the bid over here at 1,435 the bid. Do we say 40? 1,435,000. Can we do a $5,000 rise? At 435, the bid's on my right. At 1.435 the bid now. Last chance for you all. Don't do it to me again, sir. 1,435 the bid. First call now. 435. Can you say? Sorry?
145.
145. Thank Thank you very much, sir. 1,450,000 the bid now. 1,450,000?
Yes.
Thank you. 1 million, if that was wrong, Jerry's responsible. You all heard it first. 1,450,000 the bid. At 1.45 the bid, do we say 60? Tell me the rise there, Jim.
1.
1. 51. 60. Those knockout bids are a good move. Trust me. At 1,451,000 the bid. 451. 1,451,000 on my right.
Oh.
At $1,451,000 the bid, do we say 460? 452. So $1,000. 1,452,000. Get the strong bid, Jim. Make it 460. At 452, I've got it. 1,452,000 across the road at 1.452.
1,000, Tom.
453. We've opened the can of worms now, sir. 453. Let's do 460 at 1,453,000. No deal? No deal. Thank you. Bowing out respectfully. At 1,453,000, Jim. 53 the bid on my right. Still thinking about it over here. Not entirely sure. At 1,453,000 the bid. Make sure we get the final instructions at 1,453,000. First time now, 1,453,000. Second time, 1,453,000. Third and final call. Hold done. Hold silent. At 1,453,000. Just keeping an eye on you this time, sir, to make sure there's no last minute bid. At 453 the bid over here. Well, now it looks like we've done it, ladies and gentlemen. At 1,453,000 the bid. First, second, third and final call. All done, all silent, all finished. We are selling. So congratulations to the highest bidder. Commiserations to our underbidders here today. Thank you very much for your attendance and have a great day.